Hey folks, welcome back to the FrostyWhiskers, and if you don't watch the Atlantis series, it's been a while. I went away for a few days with the family, and during that trip we all got ill. So yeah, it has been a while. It's a very quick recap. If you watched the Atlantis video, then you'll have heard that, and you'll have heard a few more details on that. So let's crack on. I am also traveling, which means I'm in a hotel, which means there'll be variable sound quality. This is life. I am trying to block off the inevitable mirror that's in front of me. It's not as good this time because it's a round mirror and that doesn't work quite as well. So we were working towards trying to get the big brain in. I've decided there's a few other things I want to try and focus on before we get to that point. So we will work on that because it's quite a long, slow project to get that in. So we'll kind of run that in the background, I think. But I think there's a few other buildings we should work on putting in first. So yeah, we'll let those come in, I guess. We have got those trees marked to be cut. Some of you quite rightly pointed out that probably the spawn rate of the pine trees is going to be slow, and yeah, I agree. So the plan was always to plant a bunch of birch trees this side, and I'm probably going to expand this out, and we can actually start to look at that, I guess. So let's start to put in the next batch of heating system, and I put that in first just so I can see where to put the paths, to be honest, because it's been a while and I didn't want to get it wrong. We have our despairing beavers from them building their robot overlords. Yeah, so we'll get that in. That'll give us a reasonable size forest. The other thing we should think about is some farming as well. Some sort of small farm to get some cabbages growing. Have we used up all of our embryos? We have. So I am going to spawn some more in just to keep us going on the old population front, because I would like to grow the population a bit. I can't remember what let's turn off dev mode so we don't accidentally cheat anything else. We're set to 25 at the moment, so that should still grow a bit. We're on 23, so I would like to probably expand that a little bit more in time. I would want to also expand the bot population. We've got capacity for one more, but we do need some more materials, and what I'd like to look at doing is getting the mine going. So that means we need to get to one of the mines or the underground ruins. We either have this one or the one over here. And I think I'm going to go for this one. So we need to get up to it. And I've kind of hamstrung myself slightly with all the building in here. So I guess maybe we go up at this point. So we'll do a little platformage there, a bit of a ladder, and then we'll maybe we just go straight up, folks. Give me, let me do, and we could do that, something like that, you know. It's quite a trek, but this is, once it's built, this is a beaver building. So, you know, we'll be okay once it's built. But we are probably going to want to extend the network as well. So that we've got some signal up here to help with the building. I'm just reminding myself from a power point of view, we could put a generator up here. So from a mine point of view, the mine does use power, and it uses a little bit. So now the mine is only. Do we need the mine actually? No, we don't. I'm being silly. It's not the mine that I wanted to build. It's been a long day, folks. Again, it's been a long day. They're all long days, aren't they? It's the excavator that I want to build. So where do we want to put that? I think we could put it here, actually. How's our power grid looking? So yeah, what we want to build is this guy, which uses 500 HP. So we might want to up our power generation. Now, you might think that this is the space to do it, but ultimately I'm going to be redirecting the water flow. So we do have the steam engines, which we could make use of, or we could look to reshape things and up the water flow in here. So there's a few things we want to look at. And more power generation would be good. So, sorry for the procrastination. Got a decent amount of explosives. Let's stop messing about. Start doing some things that we need to get done. Why have you... Okay, so we need to get those. So we need plastic panes. So... let's start making plastic panes. So let's get you doing that. I guess other things we should chat about whilst the beavers are beavering away and the bots are botting away. And we'll run on double speed. I think we can safely run on double speed at this point. Lapan is working on updates to this, and there's some cool stuff coming, folks. If you want to see any of that, I guess early in advance of, go join the Timberborn Discord, as I keep rabbiting on about, and follow the specific channel for the FrostyWhiskers, and you'll be able to get information on what Lapan's up to. So he's reworked this building, he's reworked this building, and he's working on some new buildings and some new mechanics and stuff. So, you know, yeah, go check it out. Yeah, so we're getting these in to say we need plastic panes. So let's make sure that this building, it does have what it needs. We've got pine resin, we've got bad water, and we've got petroleum. So we should be good to get these made. Get that going on. Let's make sure that you are prioritized by haulers, and let's just do a apply to all of these because we need them to be bringing over the fish oil, and we do then need to put in a forester flag. So let's go find that guy, forester flag. There we go. And yet it is going to take up one of our spots, but you know, that's the nature of this kind of thing. We'll get that in and I'll be back, and I am back. It's as if no time passed for you, isn't it? I know. Isn't that magical? So we've got that in and ripped out, and they should get that picked up, which is cool. We've also got in some of this, and the lumberjack or the forester flag has been built, so we can plant our trees, and we may as well come in and tell them to plant all of the trees that they should be able to plant. And I have got it set up with automation, so that'll be good. And let's mark them for cutting as well, and they'll get around to doing that in a bit. So that's kind of cool. They're getting that picked up. We're getting some gold now, which is good because I would like to have you convert some gold into gold bars. And we've got lots of ice blocks. I actually will use ice to do this landscaping. So we'll come across here. This is going to be a bit of a pain, actually, because we are going to disconnect you. So it's all going to get unhappy for a bit. We'll block there. We'll block there. Let's find our bridges. We don't need no stinking bridges. Blazing saddles, anyone? Anyone? Yeah. We'll get that in. That's not gonna work, is it? Nope, no, it's not. We need to do it that way around so they can build the bridge and then build the ice block that it's sat on. Yeah, I know. It doesn't really matter about blocking all of this in unless we're going to put a water wheel in there, which we're probably not. But I don't know, for kind of neatness sake, I'm doing it, you know. And then we're going to come out here and we're going to come across here. And then we're going to come on to, and we're going to come like so. And I guess maybe like so. So much there. Maybe there. I don't know. I guess we could come there. If we came off of there. There. That's too wide. So there. So like that. Take that out just to keep the flow going. Come across there. And like that. And that would let us put in a bunch of water wheels to generate lots of power, I believe. And we probably need a whole load of paths to reach all of that. So, B for build the path. So that'll let them build that leg. Let's take those out. That'll let them build that one. That they're building. And I guess for not brilliant, but that'll let them build a bunch of that. So we'll see how that's all looking. Get that in. Yes, this is a bit wider and going to be a bit more open. I have something I want to put here, which is why I've kind of left it open. So, yeah, that is intentional. Trust the process, folks. It is indeed a process. We should trust it. Yeah. So we'll let them work on building that. We probably need to put back a lumberjack flag. Make sure that all of this is marked to be cut. We've got a couple of ice bars. We should go back to processing the copper. Yes, you guys did get the name of the film. It was from The Fox and the Hound, I believe. We've done all of the plastic panes that we need to do, so we can either go back to, let's go back to doing the salt. That'll work. have we done all of the plastic panes that we're going to do? If we're going to make a load of large power wheels, they use lots of plastic panes. So let's keep going on those. Feels like a good idea. We've got plenty of nano machines still. Yep, we're good. So I think we could churn out another bot. I'd like to have more beavers before I did that, which means we probably need to build more tents. Those are what you put beavers in, aren't they? Yes. Yes, they are. If I brought that path along there, could I put... Yes, I could. I could put those. So that's what we'll do. They're doing a thing. This guy is going to be taking out ice. Because, you know, should we? No, let's not go there. Let's not go there. Don't do it. We have insane amounts of science. And I know Lapan is looking at the balance of science because this thing is definitely overpowered. Do we even need to build the large brain when we're sat at 63,000 science already? I'll let you decide that one. I'm pretty sure I know the answer. But yeah. Anywho, let's have a little think about power wheels. So if I put you there, can I sneak another one? Just there, I can, and that's going to generate 800 HP. That's pretty tasty. Can I then put one there? I cannot because of you. So you are going to go away. You are indeed going to go away. We can just connect you up like that. We can connect you up like that. And that is going to be oodles more power. But this whole thing is going to generate just lots and lots more power. Which will be great. You are doing things, which is good. Yeah, how are we doing for the things that we need? We could still do with a lot more plastic panes, but I guess we will create those as we go. We've got the copper. Yeah, so I think we might just have to stick with the 5 bots for now. Because I'm not willing to pull a whole load of beavers out to make the bot that we need. So, yeah. Apologies, I am drinking as I record. I got a drink as part of my meal this evening. So, I am drinking it because hydration is important. Particularly as I went for a run today, and I'm not going to whinge too much about the weather, but in the UK it is quite warm, particularly to be exercising outside. So yeah, I'm trying to put back some of the fluids that have been consumed. I would like to prioritize you guys ripping that out. That would be nice. Oh, we need logs. Okay. We're probably a little bit short on the old cuttable logs at the moment, I would guess. Yeah. Let's mark some of you to be cut. guess you can reach all of the things that are cuttable. So when these crop up, you will cut them. You know, crop, cut. Yeah. I'll get my coat. We could start cutting these down, or at least thinning them. But I don't want to, so I'm not going to. Basically, right, let's remove you. We have not yet built one of the new things. And we should maybe have a look at doing that. Yeah, we should. We probably should. At least to show it off, I guess. Right, so now I can grab you, put you there, and then I should be able to... Actually, let's build them from this side. That's my reminder to take my medication. Take your meds, folks, if you need to, and if it's the appropriate time to, and all of that stuff. Don't do what I do and ignore the notifications to take your medication. It's a bad thing. Honestly, I think that's going to be more than an hour, because these were, what, 800 each? Yeah, I think that's going to be ample. The slight inconvenience is going to be connecting these in. Actually, this one not so bad, because we can go here. We can go here and here. And I just put that on, yeah. And then here and here. And that'll connect that one in. This one, I mean, I guess what we could do, and actually I think with how things are looking, we can fill that corner in, and then we go there. Yeah, I mean, that's like 900 HP. There should be no reason we need more. So we're adding like 4,000 HP off of these, nearly. That's a lot of power. It's a lot of power. We might want more power storage, but we can work on that. Yeah, waiting for logs. Okay. Yeah, my bad on the log front, but you know, you can only get stuff in so quickly. With how the game mechanics work, so, and it is what it is with this faction. Now, I guess we could rip all of the pine trees out here and just plant birches. That might be better for production of logs. And it would give us a big boost of wood right now. That might be the way to do it. It's a relatively larger area of plantableness. It's a technical term, by the way. It's a technical term. So I'm going to do that because we've got this, which is producing our pine resin. So let's do that. Let's do it. And what we'll do at the same time is fill in the blanks of birch trees. And just get those going in now. I think that makes perfect sense to me. Yeah. let's go with that approach, I think. And because we're now in a bit of a holding pattern, I'm going to just let the game run for a bit and I'll come back to you guys. I've brought you back sooner than expected. And actually, we're going to struggle with the resources for this, but we're going to try and get it built because I think it's going to help us. We have a slight beaver problem. So we're going to try and work around that by building a cool building. And this was added in one of the recent updates. I think maybe this one. And it's the robot fishing engine. So this uses a bot, as implied by the name. And it generates, so 0.2 fish, or a fish every 0.2 hours. So if you compare, I haven't actually compared it. So it's about 3 times, so it's the equivalent of 3 fishing flags. So I'm hoping it means we don't need the, find your words, hoping we can replace the fishing flags. Does need power, and it is going to mean that we need to have a bot in it all of the time. Where does the power go in? Okay, the power goes in there. But I think we've generally got enough bots that we can do this. And we tend to have one kind of floating around doing random stuff. And I think we can afford to go down to 2 builder bots. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. We just need to get it built. So we need some more iron bars. So let's get those going on. But yeah, it's kind of cool because obviously you've got the benefit that it's somewhat automated, so it's going to run quicker. Ooh, more power. So yeah, we've got a lot more power now. So we could probably think about getting the excavator in as well, just off of that 1 extra water wheel with how we've got it running. But we'll get this guy in first. If I could click on it, I would. But some of these buildings are kind of tricky to click on. So, yeah, we'll get that going. We'll get our new forest up and running. And we are working on clearing out the old pine trees now. So I wanted to activate another lumberjack flag, but I just don't have the resources at the moment to do that. And if we can free up some fishing flags, that'd be good. I mean, we have a lot of them, so we maybe don't need quite so many. But you know, or we can at least free up a few of them if we do need as many. So we have a lot of haulers as well. Now, I do quite like having a lot of haulers, so maybe that's no bad thing. So we could also get those 2 tents finished quite easily by getting those freed up. They should take them to the builders' flags and then go use them. And then we can up our maximum population by another 8. So let's come in here. And that would be 2933. So 33. Save and close. And apply that to all of you. And yeah, that'll give us some more beavers, which will be good. We are a bit low on the old snow as well, so I think we probably need another one of you. So let's get you built. And we're going to have you harvesting. We actually don't have... Unless you're en route. It looks like we need to make some... We've got loads of explosives, so let's make some carbon fibers. Let's check on this. So, still need logs, still need iron bars. Yeah. But we should be able to get this made, which would be good. You're done. So let's pause you. You... Why are you not... Oh, because you've got trees to cut down. Okay, I'll let you off then. I'll let you off. All right, let's delete you. That'll get us some more stuffs. Should be good. That's getting built. They're getting cut down and replaced, which is good. You are waiting for copper nuggets. Okay. It's a good job I did that then, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it is. So if we check both of these, so you're waiting for, so we do need a lot of carbon fibers and the old plastic panes. So are you still on plastic panes? You are. Okay. We're a bit low on pine resin now. Okay. And bad water. Fair enough. We possibly need to look at building the robotic bad water pump. How are we looking for birch trees? 79%. So we're going to start getting more logs soon, which is good. How's our automated fisher doing? It needs logs. Okay. No problemo. We're up to 60 odd carbon fibers. So you can be paused. That gives us a spare bot to put in the building bit. And mostly they're probably just collecting resources at the moment, which is fine. But yeah, having 2 snow farmers is probably going to be a good idea because we are low on snow. I'm a poet and I was not aware of it. Did you see what I did there? Okay, no, you're good. You are good. You can go. Maybe we put another bug thingy there. And it'd be really nice if our population grew quicker, but it's quite slow because it just is. Triple speed. Triple speed. Let's make things happen quicker. Plant more trees. The way to do that is probably just to keep going across from the corner, like so. So that's 3 of the wheels built. We're up to 4,000 HP, and the bot fishery thing is in. And what we want to do is make sure that you are prioritized by haulers, and then we will do that. And then we're going to come over here. We're going to copy the rule, apply it to that, and then edit the rules. And like so. And I think what we'll do is we'll come over here and we'll edit these rules so that they kick in. So you're going to pause at like 60%. going to unpause down at 20%. Save and close, and then we'll copy you and apply you to all of those. So basically, we get the robot fisher to do most of it. And then we only have the words. The beaver fishers kick in when it's super needed. It's kind of annoying that it only holds 10, which is why I'm getting them to build this little dude, because that should help with keeping stuff flowing, hopefully. Yeah. Right. So almost all of the power is built. We just need some more plastic panes. We have a bad tide approaching. How will we cope? Let's do some more copper. Now, normally I put the mine or the excavator in the water, but it really doesn't matter. And I think for kind of convenience, I'm actually going to put it in here, because that way it's close to the power and where the resources are being. I can actually put it over here, because then it's close to all the resource stores and it's not that far from power. Yes. So power. So you're the closest power. All right, where is the power connection? There. Okay. There, and then we need a ladder there. You can have a ladder both sides, so you can kind of use it to traverse through. I'm going to put both in just for fun. You know. And most stuff's got, that's eating a lot of nano machines. Nano machines needed. Let's pause one of you. Nano machines very definitely needed. We have some spare beavers now, so let's get you working on cutting stuff down. You can go away, which actually frees up one more tree planting spot. You can get to work doing that. You can get to work making those. Actually, you can do it from scrap metal. That'll be fine. Yep. You can come over here and do that. Because they're probably going to need some more resources before they get that built, I suspect. But yeah, I'm worried that we've run out of nano machines and things probably need repairing, yeah. So make the nano machines, dude. And someone take them here. Thank you. Go get repaired, dude. So currently we do have a spare bot still. So let's get you botting. Awesome. We'll need to do some gold refining at some point. He wants to be cut. Yeah. So let's just do another sweep of planting the trees. Can you reach everywhere? You can. Okay, cool. Good stuff. Where's my cut? Yeah, just not got to them yet. Okay. At least have logs now, which is nice. Okay, we don't have a bot to put in there. So I guess we super low. No, not you. Not you. Let's super low prioritize one of the builders. And then they'll alternate between the fishing and the building, I guess. That works. That works. We've got some bots off being repaired. We've got 5 bots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jobs. Okay. Pause you. 5 bots, no vacancies. Sounds good. Now, we don't really need science being generated at the moment with 81,000. My concern is I'll forget to switch it back on. So, yeah. Oh, no, it's a bad tide. What shall we do? Cool. Having the 2 snow farmers is helping. They're doing much, much better. It's good. Nano machines is going up, which is good. I think we'll probably cut this all the way back, depending on if we get this up and running before that or not. What are we looking for? Iron and copper, yeah. And I guess because we're low on copper nuggets, we do need to get this stripped out. So let's do that. Right, I've realised that we're sat with like 7 spare beavers now. Now, we are not flush with some of the critical resources. In fact, we don't have it. We do just about have enough nano machines, but it would eat up all of the nano machines. I was going to say we could make another bot, but I think probably we need to improve our resource situation before we do that. So, yeah, we probably need to get this built, increase our resource stockpile a little bit, and then we could build another bot. We have got birch trees in now and being cut down and cycled, which is awesome. Our logs are in a much better place. Food and water and such are doing good. It's just that we've burnt through a lot of resources trying to build this guy. And so, I mean, we could maybe put in another ironworks. That might not be the worst idea in the world. We've got a lot of the components that we need to make the things. So, you know, we've got the stuff to build the ironworks, and we've got labor. So, you know, I'm kind of sat here struggling for components, and why don't I just make it so we can get more components? So yeah, let's start churning through some more of that work. And me even go another one. You know, we're not so flush with copper nuggets, but we are moderately, you know, we're in a pretty good place with the stuff to do the iron. And at least we could get that sorted, and hopefully by the time we've got that done, we'll be in a better place for doing the other stuff. You know? And then we'll be able to think about building a bot. And then we're going to eventually want to come over here and do some cool stuff with the big brain. But I wanted to try and get the colony in a better place before we did that. So, and we're getting there. We're getting there, you know. What I'm going to do over here is put in another set of heating. Why am I out of sync? Okay, there we go. And we're going to put in a cabbage farm because we've not been growing any cabbages yet. So, and we should, you know, we should grow some cabbages. We should also up our bug production. So let's come up here because there are recipes in the tent for more things. So because food wise, we could be doing grilled bugs, not just bug. And we could be doing cabbage. So, you know, we could be having better well-being. So let's do that. Let's aim for that. We should now be doing much more iron barrage. I'm going to put you on scrap because we're getting through the metal parts quite quickly. Quite explosive still, aren't we? Yeah, not sure why they're not. So when you pause, we end up with a spare. So you are going to be low priority. It's fine. And where are all of my builders? That I'm not sure about. We're going to put in more strip mining. Why do I always do it in sets of 2? It's a very good question. I'm glad you asked that. And when I work it out, I'll gladly give you an answer. Let's make sure that those get built as well. Yeah. So how are we looking now? So we've done all of the iron bars. We've actually almost done all of the copper bars. But we'll balance things out a bit now and have the one on. Actually, we've probably not got enough components to do that. So in fact, what we'll do is pause you. We'll get you doing that. And we can soon make our 6th bot. And I'm guessing we must be getting to the point soon where some of our bots are, yeah, we've got some bots that are down at like 30%. So we're going to be wanting to replace them. And soon we're going to need to replace the nuclear fuel that we have spent. We're going to do that through the means of cheating. So we should be one more copper bar, folks. One more. And no, I don't mean the ever so popular apple or pear or mixed fruit-based alcoholic beverage that's available, certainly in the UK. I'm sure it's available in other countries as well. And yes, I know that's not how it's said or spelt. But it amused me. I guess we also need all of the power put in. So there's quite a lot more copper to do. We really need to go raid an AI data center and rip all of their copper out. Do not do that, folks. That's bad. Do not steal all of the copper wire from AI data centers. It's a really bad thing to do. I am discouraging you from doing that. I'd really like them to actually get on with putting in that freaking explosives. We really, really need more bottage. So I can have more builder bots. Yeah. Oh well. It's kind of scary that we're only on cycle 4 as well, though. With so the mod comes with like custom configured cycles, and the cycles are longer. Now I'm playing on normal mode, not hard mode, but the cycles definitely are longer. I haven't looked at what they're like on hard or whatever. But, logs. Let's get more lumberjacking going on. I guess we need to swipe all of the tree cutting. So there's plenty of trees to cut, folks. So let's get to work on cutting them trees down. That'd be very nice, please, and thank you. And I guess we could now swap these over. I'm going to tell them to not replant these. And we're going to swap them to the petroleum-based ones. Because they're probably more efficient. So, yeah. It's kind of annoying that to make the copper, you have to use... Am I even... I'm not, am I? No. You dummy. Okay. That'd be why. That'd be why. We've made a lot of gold bars, though. And we've got plenty of that. So let's pause you, get you actually processing the copper. Yeah. That'd be why we're not making copper bars, wouldn't it? Because, you know, I've not got anyone actually making the copper. So, or processing the copper. They're not making copper. But this means we can get a nice stock of nano machines going as well, because we've got 5 of the gold bars. So, food's in a good place. Now I could pause the nano machines, but I want to get a big stockpile of those, so that when we open up the bot tent, we don't instantly use up everything, because that's really kind of annoying how that happens. I've got 10 spare beavers at the moment, so let's get a few more lumberjacks going, shall we? Let me silence my annoying vibraty phone. And let's prioritize building these. So that we can get these trees cycling. Do we have log storage? No, I guess that's probably why they're not particularly cutting trees down. Let's build some log storage. I'm going to build it here. It's not the best place in the world, but somewhere is better than nowhere, folks. It's a very deep and that. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Hey, it's built. It just needs power, so let's pause it until they get the power in. And now we no longer need to strip mine, because this acts like strip mining, essentially. So if we unpause it, we have a selection of cycles available. So we can have one that produces 4 ice blocks, 6 metal parts, 10 rock, 1 gold, or 10 copper, 1 gold, 1 rock. Or we can produce those individually. So particularly useful if you're full on a resource, because obviously that blocks up the production. It can store quite a lot, so we'll let it run for a bit and do its thing. And it acts like the dirt excavator, but it's kind of bigger and funkier. And I think that's probably a good point for us to think about ending. How are we connected to power? Oh, because they built that. Okay. So we need to... Where's the copper going now? What are they building? Oh, they're building this out. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Got a decent amount of plastic panes now, so they can go back to making that. I'm going to put in a storage for bugs, because I'm hoping now this many bug tents will produce a surplus of bugs. Now, hopefully we're producing enough copper that we'll actually get ahead on copper stuff. Yeah. So next time, and the caveat on that is the pan's working on an update. So assuming he doesn't break stuff, next time we will carry on working towards the brain. Now, I have grabbed a backup of the version that I'm playing with. So we will have the option of continuing with where we are. Actually, I'm going to save the game just in case it crashes when I unlock this. We will have the option of continuing where I am. Or there's going to be a bunch of cool new stuff, and we might want to play with the cool new stuff, So I'll maybe kind of give you all the option of, do we look at the cool new stuff? Do we carry on with this one? I think probably the smart thing will be to look at the cool new stuff. Because really the last thing to do is to build the larger brain and just kind of keep growing the colony at this point, The thing with the large brain is it needs a significant supply of bad water. That's what we've got to engineer. Which is fun. But is kind of quite standard Timberborn in a way. But yeah, anyway, that's going to be it for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. We've got a few fun new things in the colony. We've got the fisher. We've got the excavator. We've got a lot more power. All good things. All good things. So yeah, we're in a good place. We're in a good place. We've got our tree farm sorted. We've got cabbages growing now. So I think really what we need to look at lastly is the brain. And we'll do that next time. we'll start working towards it next time. So thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members. If any of you are interested in any of that, there is a button down below or a link down below. Patrons get early access to the videos usually, and I will see you all next time.